Hi, welcome. I'm Kate, and I'm going to share with you my 3 top tips for improved mental well-being using mindfulness techniques that you can use on your balcony or anywhere, in fact, at any time. If you're new to mindfulness, this is the practice of living in the present moment, rather than being stuck in the past or worrying about the future, which is where stress and anxiety lives. And if you think about it, we spend a lot of our times in one of these two states. So by practicing coming back to the present moment, we're actually living more connected to the here and now, which is where life exists. This is it. Some of the benefits of practicing mindfulness regularly is to have a better charge over your thoughts. We have between 60 and 80,000 thoughts every day, which can feel a little overwhelming at times. So by increasing our awareness of what we're thinking, how we're feeling, we can start to filter out the thoughts that we want to listen to and the ones that are really unhelpful, they're damaging, they're critical. We can also manage our emotions more eloquently, rather than having a powerful reaction to something and then afterwards thinking, oh, I wish I hadn't done that or said that. Mindfulness gives us that ability to be really present in the moment and then decide how we want to respond, maybe more balanced. So my first tip is breathe. Sounds obvious, I know, but most of us aren't really aware of how we're breathing most of the time. And our breathing is actually connected to our nervous system. So when we are more aware of how we're breathing, we have more choice about how to regulate it. So for example, if you're feeling kind of stressed and anxious, you might then notice that your breathing is quite shallow, or you might even be holding your breath. So when you become aware of this, you can regulate your breathing, i.e. take some deep belly breaths, which calms that nervous system and brings you to a much more calmer place of balance. And from here, you're more able to cope with whatever life is throwing at you in that moment. My second tip is to live with intention. We've all been there when we're just trying to get through each task and get to the end of the day. And when it does come, we just flop into bed because we're so exhausted. So by adding an intention to the beginning of our day, we can be more connected to how we show up in that day, to what we're doing. And this is different than a goal. So a goal might be, I want to get these 5 things done on my to-do list today. An intention is how we show up to do those 5 things. So for example, you might say, today I'm going to show up with a real sense of curiosity, as if I'm looking at everything for the first time. Or you might say, anything that happens today, I'm going to respond with kindness first, and just see how that goes. And my third tip is for sleep. We've all been there in the middle of the night or when we're trying to nap in the afternoon and we just can't get to sleep. Our mind is just whirring at 100 miles an hour. We're worrying about the next day, what we've got to do later, and we just can't rest and fall into sleep. So this technique is brilliant for quietening that mind and allowing the whole system to relax so that you can just drift off. So as you're prepared for sleep, close your eyes and just start to randomly name objects that aren't connected to each other at all. So for example, boat, cup, tree, pink. And what this does is it tells the mind that there's no danger, there's nothing to worry about. We can fall then into sleep knowing that we're safe and secure and there's nothing that's going to concern us. So they're my 3 tips. Enjoy, play around with them, see how they feel, and notice if they make a difference to your day. And if you'd like to learn some more mindfulness techniques with me, you can sign up for my 8-week Mindful Balcony Happiness Project, which is where we're going to learn a lot more mindfulness tools together that can integrate into your day seamlessly, and you can use them whenever you need just a little something to alleviate some stress or just feel more connected to yourself and your life. Okay, and before I go, I just invite you to take 10 seconds just to pause, take a moment to breathe before you move on to the next task of the day. Okay, enjoy the rest of your day.